What's going on? What's going on, world? It's your boy, Mr. Lightful. Cooling right now, Savannah, Georgia. Just met an interesting person that did something for the world, for America. And we just gonna get into it because you know how we do it, you know. Mr. Tom Frank. How you doing, Mr. Frank?
I could do better.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to meet you, though. You've been an inspiration so far.
Oh, cool, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate your work.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah. All right now. So, at the same time, what's going on? What's going on with you? Your story, like, where you come from? First of all,
I'm a product of the State Department. My parents both worked for the State Department, the CIA. They were in Saudi Arabia when I was conceived with my twin brother. They moved when my mother was 7 months pregnant to Guam. Blah blah blah. Lived in Hawaii. Lived all over the world. And then eventually I joined the military. I fought in the first Gulf War. Murdered a shit ton of people with the Virginia Battle Group. Like, that was the Navy's job, was just to blow the fucking shit out of the place where the other military in Kuwait, the Marines, the Air Force, and the Army, was driving them back through. It was a psyop. I did some missions in Russia. I got about 7 medals. I'm an honorably discharged combat veteran from the first Gulf War. My twin brother is an honorably discharged disabled combat vet from the second Gulf War. He has full disability, but for some reason, the VA is just sitting here and shat on me completely. And they keep hooking me up with like all these incompetent people and giving me referrals to other people that do nothing except keep me out in these goddamn woods until I get arrested, and then I spend time in jail till they let me out. And I get arrested for the dumbest things, like because I was sleeping in a parking lot or yelling at somebody that's beating the shit out of somebody else.
Oh, shit. Dang.
There's no help whatsoever out here.
Hey, hold on, bring that back. And you was honorably discharged?
I got my DD-214 right here.
Wow.
Anybody that wants to check it, Thomas Franklin McCleskey II is my real name.
Yeah.
This is my DD-214 right here. Oh, hold on, wrong one.
Yeah.
This is it right here. This is my DD-214.
Man.
Look at all those medals, honorably discharged. See all those medals? All those medals, all those citations. That's me murdering brown people in foreign countries so we could have cheaper oil.
Wow.
15 cents a gallon cheaper for like 3 or 4 years. That's all we accomplished, except we killed about 1 million people.
Man. Wow, it must be very hard for you, you know what I'm saying, to deal with all that stress and all of that after you serve, you know what I'm saying, for the country and everything, huh?
It's the nightmares of your friends dying that I live with every day, the nightmare of what we did, and like, you know, we used to watch this stuff because the UGM-109s, the Tomahawk submarines launch, they're equipped with missiles, they're lays targets. We watched all these fucking kids and old people die while we were doing it. We knew everything we were doing.
Wow. Damn. Wow, you know what I mean? So, and you served, what, for how long again?
4 years.
4 years?
That was it. And then I got out because I couldn't take it anymore. I was burnt. The last 9 months I was in, I couldn't even speak to another human being. And this past episode where the first time I became homeless, I didn't speak to a single human being for 15 months because of the psychological trauma that I experienced from doing this shit.
Wow.
And the VA does nothing to help. They refer me to another number, which refers me to another number, which refers me to... That's all it is. Bullshit.
Wow. You would think.
I went over there this morning because they say the appointments for the homeless veterans is between 9 and 11 a.m. You know what they did? They said, I'm sorry, they're unavailable right now. Maybe you could come back later after I fucking walked 1.5 miles to get there.
Man, wow. I mean, I always, man, that's a lot, man, Mr. Frank.
It's complete bullshit. And they advertise to the public that they help veterans. They advertise, all these organizations pretend all it is bullshit. It's deceit to manufacture apathy so that you don't understand what's going on. None of these organizations are. The guy at Changing Homelessness, the SSVF here in Savannah, for basically it's the way the VA outsources their responsibility so they can avoid responsibility for the outcomes. They subsidize it to this guy Al Kennedy over at Changing Homelessness, which is a halfway decent guy, and he's a veteran himself. I think he's trying to help, but he's got 22 other veterans he's ignoring just as much as he's ignoring me.
Wow.
Can't even take me to an appointment for a week and a half while I'm sitting here living in a goddamn parking lot that gets up to 120 degrees sometimes during the heat index when it's 93 fucking degrees Fahrenheit out here.
Wow, man, that gotta be like, wow.
And this is the country this is the country I fought for. This is the one that I was supposed to be protect. These are the ones that said we'll help you. I'm right across the street and they're not doing a goddamn thing.
Wow, this is life reality, you know, and it's like that also comes with what they promote on the TV for DTSP. I might be saying it wrong. PTSD.
Post-traumatic shell shock is what it's when you murder a bunch of people and you start having nightmares about it when you're friends and you're always under the constant threat. Anybody that's been through child abuse, which I have too. I was raped as a kid when I was 12 and 13. So, you know, I hated my dad. I wish that motherfucker would have been... I wanted to kill him myself. But I'm telling you, no, this is important because, like, abused children, that's what we do is end up in the military. A lot of us, which is why so many of us end up homeless in the first place, is because of the trauma we suffered. And then the military makes it worse.
Wow.
All they do is say, yeah, kill everybody. And then you come out of the military and you go defend a fucking kid and a thing, and then you end up jail because you yelled at a guy that was beating the shit out of a fucking kid.
Wow, I mean that's vice versa for everything, you know what I mean? It's a lot of things that's happening, like, you know what I'm saying, and that trauma, you know what I'm saying? So, like, for example, I heard about this guy that punched the lady inside a Chinese restaurant.
I didn't hit anybody.
No, not you, but I mean, it's like, for example, like what kind of stress that would cause. He punched the lady in the face, and then the son ended up, you know what I'm saying, shooting the dude that did it.
I read about that one.
Yeah, and you gotta imagine that the child was 14 years old. Imagine the trauma that, you know what I mean, that he seen his mother getting bailed in the face 3 times.
And not just that, just the neglect.
Yeah.
The neglect is abuse itself. The neglect that the VA and Changing Homelessness and the authorities here in Savannah, they keep calling me on 911 because I was going to hang myself the other day and they got my damn noose.
Wow.
I'm sitting here laughing about it. You're worried about me hanging myself, but you won't fucking do a damn thing else.
Man.
On the phone today, maybe we can post this later, but I'm making them do it on threads, because my phone doesn't work. I don't have service or anything, so I'm doing it in chats. But like all these chats are basically like they're asking, maybe you can call this person, maybe you could fucking suck a dick.
Hey, that's not no mean to laugh at it, but you know what? You see what the frustration is? Man.
After fucking almost 6 years, goddamn, you'd think there'd be something when they can fucking pay billions to Israel and Ukraine. What the fuck is wrong with us? We're living in parking lots. There's 22 of us out here.
Mr. Frank, let me ask you a question.
We didn't sacrifice enough, apparently.
Wow. Damn, that's deep, boss. That's deep. Man, that right there, that just woke me up, man. That energy like that right there, man. Because it's like, a lot of people don't even see it like that.
I'm sick of the people that don't see it the real way. The truth, it's going to piss you off before it sets you free. Trust me on that one. It'll piss you off a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
And when you acclimate to the reality of the situation, these motherfuckers don't give a goddamn rat's ass. They care about their air-conditioned office and their benefits. Their beanies. They got they got theirs. Fuck you. If they can keep you on the hook the line that they got you on, boy, they can milk you for so many fucking millions of dollars and never have to do a goddamn thing for you.
That right there is deep, man. Wow, man. This is Mr. Tom Frank, you know what I'm saying? Expression, you know what I'm saying? Wow. It was a question I was going to ask you, too, as well. So after you finished the military service and you started working in a regular job, did that still affect you from having the job?
Everything I did was geared towards perfectionism, which is what abused children and anybody that's been in the military. Boot camp is all about abuse. It's about erasing your mind and inuring you to a fucking program of bullshit so that you can sit there and pretend like murdering people is okay.
Right.
Because when you sit there and doing it, you're like, well, I'm supposed to push this button, and if I don't, I'm going to get written up.
Right.
And so you sit there and you push these buttons and you murder thousands of people each time you push the button.
Wow.
It's Stanley Milgram's obedience to authority experiment writ in the military. It's Philip Zimbardo's Stanford Prison Experiment writ large. It's the Lucifer effect.
Damn.
Those are two of the most famous psychological experiments ever. Look them up.
Wow, man. Oh, another question. Do you vote?
Vote. If you want to elect a neoliberal or a neo-fascist, I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter if they're red or blue. They don't fucking represent me or you.
Oh, man.
Trust me on that one. The Democrats are neoliberals, and Joe Biden, that son of a bitch, is from the largest tax haven in the world. All he's done is suck fucking multinational corporate dick his entire fucking career. Wow. That's how he became Obama's running mate, and that's why he's president now. That son of a bitch plagiarized his Juris Doctorate when he was at Syracuse. Look it up.
Hey.
He's from Delaware. Delaware is the largest onshore tax haven on Earth. That place washes so much fucking money, it's not even funny. The next largest corporate tax haven on Earth is Ireland. The one after that is England. It's not Cayman Islands. It's not Switzerland. Yeah. It's not Luxembourg. Look, there's a book about it, man. Read that shit. The reason Joe Biden and that transvestite that's running for senator now or congressman out of Delaware is because she sucks dick she sucks multinational corporate dick so well. That's why that fucking man dressed as a woman is going to be elected.
Wow. Reality bites.
It fucking sucks. And I'm telling you, I'm sorry that's unadulterated, but that's the way it is. It's hard to free fools from the chains they revere.
All right, and Mr. Tom, Mr. Frank, I want to ask you another question. Through the times that you going through all of this, who helped support you? You know what I'm saying? Besides them, who helped to support you? I'm
going to tell you who helped support me is all the other homeless people and the poor and disenfranchised. I'm going to tell you, if you're flying a sign, my sign, it says spread a little cheese on a cracker. Pay attention. Spread a little cheese on a cracker. And it's funny because, like, even everybody gets it. They're laughing. Yeah. It's the only people that really... White people, fucking crackers, suck. They might give you fucking a pack of crackers and laugh at you. It's the Hispanics, the people of color that always help the poor and disenfranchised because they know they're a step away from it. Right. The other people that are insulated from it, the yuppie middle class cracker white bread motherfuckers, those sons of bitches do shit. Wow. Fuck them.
Man. And then another question: do they have any therapeutic class that you can go to? Or therapy?
No. There's the therapy is self-medication and acclimating to deprivation and there's always suicide. Suicide's like last week I was suicidal. I had to get a friend of mine who's also suffers from chronic suicidal depression. He had to come pick me up with his wife. He took care of me for a couple of days, and they don't say, it's all going to be okay. They say, it's fucked.
Yeah.
You can't talk to a counselor in one of these mental institutions. I've been committed 4 times by the courts for suicidal depression. I'm telling you, they make things worse because you have to fake it and pretend like you're okay just to get the fuck out of incarceration.
Wow.
The Clark Center here in Savannah, down the road at Memorial, good people. They fed me well. They took care of me. You know, they did everything, but like they did nothing to help alleviate the situation. They did nothing. The social worker, they all nod. The psychiatrist, they're sitting there nodding, yeah, and then okay, get back out. I almost got killed crossing the road that day. I was so fucking drunk.
Wow, man. And then so at the rate the way things are going, you think there will ever be a change?
No. There's a quote by Lily Tomlinson. She said, "After things get worse, they're going to get a lot worse." That's how this situation is. That's how the entire the predicament we're in on Earth, in the United States. Nothing gets better from here. This is the best it'll ever be, and everything gets worse from here. After everything gets worse, it'll still get worse.
Oh man, wow!
Count on that.
And we're gonna close it up because you know what. But for the last question, and then it's not a question, but it's like advice. What could you give to ones that's younger than you that might end up going through the same thing, or you know, what kind of advice and inspiration can you give them? And then I got one more question after that.
I'd say, as far as the predicament that we're in right now with climate change and the destruction of America, make it to South America. I'd go to Santiago, Chile, and then try and head south from there. The northern hemisphere is toast. Nothing in our culture is going to save us. This is an inexorable march to fascism, and we're already in fascism. This is Nazi Germany circa 2023.
There you go, folks. Hey, we do our thing with the interviews and everything, you know, and every now and then, you know, we deal with artists and we deal with life too, because music plays a lot of part in a lot of things as well. But still gotta look out for our people that's out here. And I want to say, have you ever written a book or anything before? Poetry?
Published in poetry, and I was writing a book, but then the cops arrested me when I had a camp over beside the Lowe's on Southside Savannah, and when they arrested me, my netbook got stolen, and I didn't have it saved to the cloud. It was called A Year in the Life of Being Homeless on Southside to Savannah. The name of the book was called Ghost.
Wow.
Because they don't see us.
And have you ever got a chance to publish it?
No, it got stolen. It got stolen. Everything gets stolen because the people out here are so marginalized and unhelped. All they do is self-medicate. And the self-medication went from crack to, it went from weed to crack. Weed's everywhere. Anyway, it went from crack to meth, and now it's at fentanyl. And everybody's on fentanyl out here. All these people that I know, a lot of them used to be functional homeless people, but now all they do is rob, steal, whatever. And I don't even think the authorities care. It just mandates bigger budgets for their departments.
And it's getting big. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, and I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you.
And you know what? I always want to know what's going on with my peoples out here. Because we all supposed to make one. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, we all supposed to make one. But
if the disenfranchised people of this country don't organize together and ignore all the things that drive us apart, if we can't get our shit together, then the course of the future is already predetermined. We either get along or we perish.
Thanks for tuning in. We're going to keep it locked in with Mr. Tom Frank. Big shout outs to media handlers and all the fans, Black Lives Matters, All Life Matters, and then Black Agenda.
Black Agenda Report. Margaret Kimberly is the senior editor over there.
Yeah.
Great news source.
Yeah. So, yo.
Mint Press News, Black Agenda Report, Project Censored, run by Mickey Huff, history professor, Morris Berman's blog, the Dark Ages America is always good.
Yeah. Hey, we doing it all. Keep it locked in, keep it tuned in. And if you did miss the interview with Miss Pharaoh G, go ahead back and tune in to that. And you know what I mean, we're gonna take it up to the next level. Big up all the family on the west side, east side, south side, north side. Let's make it better for real. We out.
Thank you. Thanks, brother.
All right now.